Christina Martin.
Hello, you alright? It's really good to be here. I mean that. You usually just say it's great to be here wherever I am, but I can guarantee I'm not going to get chased out of the venue at the end. This is good. I'm not even joking. I have been chased down the streets of the Elephant and Castle by 5 Baptists. That was fun. I knew the gig was going to go wrong. I was watching from the sideline, and all the other comedians were finishing with the words, "God bless you, God is great," and I thought, oh dear, I should probably rethink my set, but I don't have anything else, so I went out and said my first sentence, which has the word Jesus in it, and they went, boo, and I thought, oh dear, I haven't even said anything against him, I could be going, he's great, and do another joke about something else, but I should have pulled back, and I just went, don't boo him, he saved your lives. That made them even angrier. Then I collected my 60 quid and started running. It's the best gig of my life, in a way. But yeah, it's genuinely good to be here, and thank you for the lovely dinner as well. My God, it's a good choice of menu. You get a lot more choice than when Jesus cooks. It's just fish. Quite niche. Most people like chicken. Yeah, the only other people I've seen do that is Iceland Air. When I went to Iceland, the whole plane just went, no, oh, have you got chicken? No, oh, I'll wait. And I'd like to think that's what happened at the feeding of the 5,000. Just a lot of chicken wanting going on and a lot of fish going off in the desert. But you think he'd know, wouldn't you, with his infinite wisdom, that most people like chicken. Anyway, funny you should actually mention earlier the education and the collective worship thing, because the first time I ever got in trouble over religion was at school. My parents got called in saying, she's being unruly, she's being unruly. It turned out I just wouldn't chant the Lord's Prayer mindlessly. Imagine that. But I didn't have to. I could sit out of assembly after that, so that was good. Anyhow, well, I'd better get on with it, but what I'd like to do before I do is break the ice, because afternoon gig, a bit of a weird atmosphere. I've got an anecdote that I newly acquired that I think would work, and it's I've been desperate to use it. Basically, I was doing some reception work recently, and David Mellor came in, and he sort of slammed his hands down on the desk to get my attention, and said, "Carry my bag upstairs," as an intro. So, okay. I shouldn't really, it's not my job, but I might get an anecdote out of this, and I was right. So I went out to his car to collect his bag. I thought it was going to be a document holder or a nice bag, a briefcase, but it was a battered old Waitrose bag. Very well used, and I thought I'll have a peek inside, and there was a Daily Mail in there, as you'd expect. Just what you want to get your politicians getting their information from, isn't it? The Daily Mail. It's a strange publication. It sort of claims to be a newspaper, but it's always got a cheeky double-page spread of kittens with hats on in the middle for no reason, or monkeys. It says hate kittens with hats on, hate Sudoku, hate cookery. Why? I don't know. It's like Hitler running up to you going, "I made a muffins." Do you want one? Not from you. You're a murderer. Nice kitten, though. Anyway, no, I'm being hard on them. They underline important words in headlines, don't they? So you know what to think. It's helpful. But yeah, I digress. He had a Daily Mail in there, as you'd expect. And underneath, he had a packet of pills, so I started shaking the bag, trying to look at what they were. I thought, I'll clock that name and I'll Google it. And they were for erectile dysfunction. So he made me carry his jollies up the stairs behind him. It's quite scary, really, isn't it, when you think about it? But anyway, from one true anecdote to a bit of a false one. A funny thing happened to me on the way here, as it tends to when you do comedy. It's weird. This woman came up to me and she said, "Will you let Jesus Christ into your heart today?" And I said, "No. If he fancies me, he should ask me himself." When I was at school, no, believe it or not though, he did. Poked his little head round, asked me himself, like a man. I had to turn him down. Don't feel too sorry for him. This story's made up, as I said. Like Jesus, but let's pretend that Jesus and the story are real. First of all, had to turn him down. The fact that he died for my sins, you know? You'd think that'd be a plus point, wouldn't you, ladies? But it's not. All it would do was put him ahead in every argument, wouldn't it? He'd just be dragging it up like an affair. Secondly, it's not his fault, this one, bless him, but he did die before the state school system came into force. So no A-levels, no GCSEs, unemployable. I am an independent woman, I do buy my own shoes, but I'm not having a layabout in my flat asking me to buy him loaves and robes all day. And thirdly, more worrying this one, the fact that Jesus, by virtue of his omniscience, has been an eyewitness to all the crime that ever took place, and he doesn't seem to be phoning the police. Now, I don't know if you know this, but legally speaking, that does make him an accomplice. Like Maxine Carr. That's when I got chased. Anyway, just digress. I know you shouldn't say that. I know that's really bad, but it is kind of true. You know, he's here now, isn't he? In his omniscience. He hasn't paid, another perk. He does that a lot. I don't. He sneaks in ahead of everyone else, sits at the back. But if he's listening in and I'm saying anything out of line, he's probably behind there. Jesus, are you worse than Maxine Carr? See now if you're not. Out of his own mouth there. So, tut, not very good. He's got a lot of fans. I know this. I've been banned from TV to appease them. I've been chased by them. I've been booed. But from what I can tell, they seem to like the whole coming back as a zombie thing. Ooh, that's good. Not a nasty one. He didn't eat brains. He just hid in a hedge and scared his mates, didn't he? And that is what I do. But also the omniscience thing, they seem to think that's really good. But it's not exclusive to Jesus. Do you know this? Goats are omniscient. And pigs. They're omniscient. Oh, no, they're omnivorous, aren't they? Yeah. They eat meat and plants. Yeah, I always get them mixed up. But yeah, I don't always talk about Jesus, that would be too much of the same thing. I also talk about the Pope, obviously. He gets up to a lot, doesn't he, cheeky little monkey? Most recently, he said that people could use condoms. This is brilliant, isn't it? Wow, right on, Pope. No, wait, come back. Couple of stipulations, don't get excited. Okay, what? First of all, it has to be in the course of a heterosexual relationship, because I don't want any gay people protecting themselves from a long, painful death. Okay, fine, what else? Secondly, one of you has to have AIDS. There's going to be some people out there going around town on their high horse saying that is shutting the door after the horse has bolted. Those people are right, obviously, but he is a wise man, isn't he, when you think about it? He's in charge of a lot. So, you know, I just got a new boyfriend, and neither of us have got AIDS. It's a problem. One of us will have to get it. Pope's orders, isn't it? We tossed for it, to be fair. He's out right now, trawling the streets, hopefully Saturday night. We can have some of that safe sex, like, that'll be good. Usually at this point, because I'm usually doing gigs with people who want to hear jokes about something else. Stop talking about God. I've had people say that. Stop talking about God. What they shook their fist. But so I'll appease them by doing a couple of jokes, and I'll do them anyway now. I usually go, saw a film last night. It was quite good. It's called The Shining. Has anyone seen it? Yeah. Tell you what, the man in the lead role put me in mind of a young Jack Nicholson. I do that, and then I say, right, back to God. So the Pope's been up to other things as well. He got rid of limbo. Did you read that? It's gone. It's a bit annoying. That's quite a good place, I heard. You just float around. But how do you have a clear out? And by the way, he did say because it's just a theory, which is a risky statement when you work for God, but, you know, how do you have a clear out of defunct ideas? I mean, you've got them laid on a table. Okay, Cardinal, what's this? That's hell. What's that involve? It's like a big red man, yeah? And he lives, well, it's on fire, okay, and he pokes you if you're naughty. Leave that, that's fine. What's this, though? What's this? That's limbo? What's that involve? Babies floating around. Ridiculous! Get rid of it! Lucky we spotted that. Could look foolish if we'd left that in. There are no other silly ones in there. Let's go to lunch. No, wait, not even the one about menstruating women having to give 2 doves to a priest at the end of her period to say sorry. Especially that. That's my favourite. That's not a period joke, by the way. That's not a female comic doing a period joke. That's a joke about doves and hypocrisy. And if I was going to tell a period joke, I would say that Superdrug have called their own brand tampons Eve. And I don't know if they're aware of the biblical significance of naming it after the punishment of women, or if they just really hate us and blame us for everything. But it's 2 for £3 at the moment, so I don't care. Bargain. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a good evening. Goodbye.